Okay, so what if a university could turn its own students into a massive revenue-generating machine? I know, it sounds a little out there, but that's the core idea behind a really fascinating proposal between one of Mexico's absolute top universities, UNAM, and the job site academicjobs.com. So let's dive in and see exactly how this innovative partnership is supposed to work.
The whole thing really boils down to one simple question. What if a university could create a brand new, sustainable, and pretty significant revenue stream, all powered by the amazing talent that it's already developing right there on campus?
And listen, we are not talking about chump change here. The projections for this thing are, well, they're staggering. We're talking about a potential revenue share of nearly 12 million South African rand in the first year alone. That's over 600,000 US dollars paid directly to the university. That's a number that'll make anyone's ears perk up, right?
So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this groundbreaking offer. The whole concept is built around creating what they're calling student-powered revenue.
So what does this partnership actually look like on the ground? Well, it's a pretty simple exclusive deal. UNAM would put together teams of its own students to act as a sales force. Their job? Reach out to universities across the UK, Europe, and Africa. And for every single job posting they sell on academicjobs.com, UNAM gets a massive 50% cut of the revenue. That's right, 50%.
Now you might be thinking, sounds kind of risky, a big experiment. But what's so fascinating is that this model isn't some brand new, untested idea. It's actually simple, it's effective, and it has already been proven to work with incredible success over in the UK.
And the mechanics of it? Incredibly straightforward. Step 1, UNAM builds a team of 36 part-time students. This gives them amazing real-world experience, by the way. Step 2, that team goes out and connects with universities in these key international markets to sell job advertising. And Step 3, and this is the most important part for the university's budget, UNAM collects half of every single dollar that team brings in. Simple as that.
And if you're looking for proof that this can work on a massive scale, well, you don't have to look far. A direct competitor, jobs.ac.uk, has a nearly identical setup with Warwick University. And the result? They generate over £10 million a year. That's about 236 million rand. So this concept isn't just a possibility. It's already a proven multi-million-dollar success story.
All right, so let's get to the crucial part. What would this actually look like financially for UNAM? Let's break down the numbers and see how they calculate this really impressive potential return.
Okay, so for the first year, running from March 2026 to 2027, they're projecting a total revenue of over 23.5 million rand. The plan is to really zero in on 3 key regions, with the UK and Europe as the big fish, and Africa providing a really strong foundation for future growth.
And if you look at where this money is coming from, the strategy is crystal clear. They're going to lean heavily on those established, powerhouse academic markets in the UK and Europe. Each one is projected to bring in about 42% of the total revenue. Africa then makes up the other 16%, which represents a huge area for future expansion. It's a really smart, balanced way to get started.
So after all is said and done, what does UNAM actually take home? Well, their 50% share comes out to almost 11.8 million rand. Then, even after you take out a conservative estimate of about $1 million for student labor costs, the net return to the university is still projected at almost 11 million rand. That is a serious injection of cash with almost no upfront investment.
Of course, a great model like this needs the right partner to actually make it happen. So, what makes academicjobs.com believe they're the ones who are uniquely positioned to make this collaboration a massive success?
Well, they're basically saying they have 4 aces up their sleeve. First, they have this innovative AI tech that helps universities find candidates way more effectively. Second, they've got global reach, which gives them instant credibility with top-tier schools. Third, a 100% client retention rate, which, speaks for itself. And finally, their pricing is competitive, which makes them an easy sell for the student teams.
And it's not just the platform. The company's leadership has some serious street cred. The CEO, Jared Kanizai, already built and sold another major academic job platform to Times Higher Education, so he knows the game. The site itself has incredible momentum. It's reportedly the 3rd most visited in the world in its space, and they're constantly innovating to stay ahead.
A perfect example of that innovation is this other site they launched, the universityrankings.com. You know how most traditional university rankings are all biased towards old-school research metrics? Well, this one throws that out and uses a student-first approach, focusing on reviews, engagement, and actual student outcomes. It's a much more modern way of thinking that really aligns with what a university should be all about.
So when you bring this all together, the proposal is trying to position this partnership as something way bigger than just sales and revenue. It's being framed as a chance for UNAM to really pioneer a new model for higher education, one that empowers its students while securing its own financial future.
The whole argument is that this is a true win-win-win scenario. It empowers students with real-world jobs and skills, which helps them reduce debt. It enhances the university's prestige, positioning it as an innovator on the world stage. And of course, it creates a significant new and sustainable financial pipeline for the institution itself. Everybody wins. And they're not shy about why they chose UNM for this exclusive offer. The proposal makes a point to highlight what they call the superior qualities of its students, saying, "We acknowledge the superior qualities of the students of UNM, highly articulate, intelligent, and driven." It's a really clear shout-out to the incredible talent they want to work with.
So, what's next? Well, they've laid out a super simple, no-pressure path forward. It just starts with an agreement in principle to even talk about a 2-year partnership. From there, you'd nominate a small committee to hash out the details. And then finally, just schedule a meeting to get the ball rolling.
And to show they're serious and ready to go, they've already put some key dates on the calendar to move things along quickly, with a target start date for this whole thing of March 1st, 2026.
Ultimately, this proposal is about more than just one university, isn't it? It presents a really compelling model for how higher education could fund itself in the future by turning its greatest asset, its students, into a powerful resource. It really leaves us with a big question. Could innovative partnerships just like this one be the key to pioneering a more sustainable and more globally connected future for universities everywhere?